Have you ever dreamed about your grandmother? Maybe she was sitting in her usual chair. Maybe she was cooking in the kitchen. Maybe she smiled at you the way she always did. Or maybe she said something that felt deeply important. And then you woke up. For a few seconds, it felt real. If she has passed away, the dream may have felt even more powerful. You may have wondered, was she visiting me? Was it a message? Was it my imagination? Why did it feel so vivid? Across cultures, dreams of deceased loved ones, especially grandparents, are often interpreted as spiritual contact, guidance, or unfinished communication. But today, we're going to approach this carefully, not dismissively, not disrespectfully, and not supernaturally. We're going to explore what psychology, neuroscience, and sleep science actually say about dreaming of your grandmother. Because when we understand how memory, emotion, and attachment work during sleep, the dream becomes less mysterious, but often more meaningful. Why grandparents appear in dreams so often? Grandparents hold a unique psychological role. For many people, a grandmother represents safety, childhood, tradition, unconditional love, warmth, wisdom, stability. These associations are deeply encoded in memory. The brain organizes memory in emotional networks. When you think of your grandmother, you don't just recall her face, you recall her voice, her smell, her cooking, the feeling of being cared for. These emotional layers make her memory highly accessible, and dreams frequently activate emotionally significant memories, not randomly, but because REM sleep plays a role in emotional processing. How dreams use memory. During REM sleep, the hippocampus, memory center, is active. The amygdala, emotion center, is highly active. The prefrontal cortex, logical reasoning, is less active. This combination allows emotional memories to replay in vivid imagery. Your brain is not pulling in a spirit, it is reactivating stored neural patterns associated with your grandmother. Neurons that fired together during real experiences can fire again during sleep. When they do, the experience feels real. Because to your brain, it is a reconstruction, not imagination in the casual sense, but memory simulation. Grief and continuing bonds. If your grandmother has passed away, dreaming about her is extremely common. Research on grief shows that dreams of deceased loved ones are part of a process called continuing bonds. In modern grief psychology, maintaining an internal relationship with someone who has died is considered normal. The brain does not simply delete attachment. Attachment networks remain active. During sleep, those attachment networks may activate in dream form. This does not mean the person is visiting. It means your attachment system is still alive, and that is psychologically healthy. Why the dream can feel like a message. Many people report that dreams of a grandmother feel purposeful. She gives advice, she warns you, she comforts you. Why does it feel intentional? Because during REM sleep, narrative generation is active. Your brain constructs stories. It often assigns meaning and dialogue to emotional memories. If you are facing a difficult decision, stress, identity change, your brain may simulate guidance from someone you associate with wisdom and safety. The advice she gives in the dream likely originates from your own memory networks, but it feels external because the prefrontal cortex, the part that recognizes self-generated thought, is less active, so the guidance feels like it comes from her, even though it is generated internally. Childhood memory reactivation. Grandmothers are often strongly tied to childhood memory. Dreams frequently draw from earlier life periods, especially during stress. When adults face uncertainty, the brain may reactivate attachment figures. This is not regression, it is emotional regulation. The brain seeks comfort templates. Your grandmother may represent a psychological safe place, so your dream reconstructs her. Why dreams of deceased loved ones can feel so vivid? People often say, "It didn't feel like a normal dream." That intensity has neurological explanation. During REM, emotional intensity is amplified, sensory imagery is vivid, logical doubt is reduced, loss. This creates hyper-realistic emotional simulation, deep emotional resonance, and reduced critical evaluation, so the dream feels profound. But vividness does not prove external origin, it reflects REM brain dynamics. Memory consolidation and emotional processing. One function of REM sleep appears to be integrating emotional memories. If something reminds you of your grandmother during the day, a smell, a song, a life event, a family gathering, your brain may process those associations during sleep. The dream is part of consolidation, not prophecy, not contact, integration. Dreaming of her when she is still alive. If your grandmother is still alive, dreaming of her often reflects concern about her health, desire for connection, emotional dependence, gratitude, anticipatory grief. Dreams amplify emotional salience. If she plays a central emotional role in your life, she is more likely to appear in dreams. Why the dream may occur during transition. Dreams of grandparents often increase during career shifts, relationship changes, becoming a parent, personal crisis, moral dilemmas. Why? Because grandparents are often associated with stability,